All right, what's going on, guys? Trev back again, here to bring you another video. This one's going to be doing my weekly video predictions for what I think is going to happen in the 4th episode of Game of Thrones Season 8. And I'll put the link in the description for you guys, as per usual, to the preview video, which is sort of like a quick trailer for the third last episode of Game of Thrones, the series. So we only have 3 episodes left of this incredible series. We have had the first half of Season 8 already. Even though it was only 3 episodes, we only have 3 left, 4, 5, and 6, and that's it. Game of Thrones is over. Keep in mind, though, they're extended episodes, so just like Episode 3 and how epic that was, I'm sure we'll see at least 1 or 2 more epic episodes before the whole thing is over. And it's kind of surreal to think that the series is almost over, but certainly, the episode we just saw with Episode 3 was so epic, it felt kind of like an ending in and of itself. I mean, all those years building up to the White Walkers finally, kind of passing the wall and arriving and being there near Winterfell for the battle. Man, that was absolutely insane. And if you guys didn't see my review earlier, my reaction to the epicness that was Episode 3, we got lots of Q&As coming this week. First one for tomorrow will be greatest episode ever. And we'll get started with that and go through your guys' reactions to the episode and your responses to what you thought of it. I don't think there's any question that the third episode is one of the best series of any episode ever, and I think it is probably the best episode of anything ever. So at least anything I've ever been a fan of or I've ever seen, just amazing. So we'll get into that more in the Q&A tomorrow. Predictions for what we think is going to happen in Episode 4. Yet again, we don't have the title for the episode. We know Episode 3 now is called The Long Night. They're not releasing the episode names until after they release the episodes. I guess they're trying to lock down spoilers as best as they can, and I'm happy for that. I think it's been great, man. I mean, Episode 3 was not spoiled for me, which was fantastic. We did the predictions, and luckily, in this case, they were pretty much exactly on point with Episode 3. Only that the thing that surprised me was that there was even more. It felt like even more of the joint forces died than I thought would. Like, I thought that there would still be a significant number of them left afterwards, but after seeing that episode through, when we watch the end of that, I get the sense there's almost none of them still alive. Now, that said, there must be, because when we look at the preview video to Episode 4, Daenerys is talking about, we won the Great War, now we will win the last war. And you can see, I think Stark men and some of the others are, lifting and fixing and maybe taking out all the corpses and burning them. And they're just basically rebuilding after what was that insane battle and insane war. But I just think to myself, I'm like, aren't they they lost so many. That it just felt like by the end there was just a few survivors left. Like, it felt like, as far as like your foot soldiers, it did not feel like there was many that are still alive at this point. So we'll have to see. That must be wrong. There must be at least a good number that are still alive. But I guess the way Episode 3 played out, it felt like when it was over that almost everybody except for like a few key people were still alive. Like maybe less than 1,000. That's the feel I got when I finished watching the episodes, that there would be less than 1,000 actual survivors still, maybe 100 or so. That's it. Yeah, but that must be wrong. There must be more than that, because if they're going to be talking about taking on Cersei now, they must still have some numbers there, and maybe they can add some others to their cause. We'll have to see where they can raise an army from or what they can do. Because Cersei, of course, is at King's Landing with all of her, however many thousand, tens of thousands, 20,000, or however many, 30,000, however many men or fighters that she has. I'm just wondering, like, how are Daenerys, Jon, and the others? They do have Arya, so maybe they could just send her in to assassinate her or something, and that'll do the trick, right? Distraction, and send Arya in to kill them all. Only the mountain could be a problem. So, but We'll have to see. I mean, obviously, there's going to be more battles before the series is over. So I guess it's just me and the way I watched episode 3. And you guys can certainly comment on this below. How do you feel about the amount of numbers that Daenerys and the others actually have right now? Because it seemed pretty slim to me, but we'll see. And we do get to see in the preview some of Cersei and some of Euron. Euron, of course, with the fleet. Cersei just overwatching King's Landing, which looks like a sunny day. It looks nice. Everything's cool. They didn't have to just fight an army of tens or hundreds of thousands, however many thousands of undead just attacked Winterfell, right? Which almost fell totally. So we have Drogon. So we have. And a little bit of this is, I'm a little bit unclear on some of who's still alive right now, right? I'm still got to watch over the episode again. I haven't seen it a second time over, but we can see in the preview that Drogon's still alive. The other one, the other dragon, I mean, I'm not sure if he's dead at this point. I think he is, but again, you guys can leave your comments below. Let me know what you think. So I think they just have one dragon still alive right now, but maybe they do have both. I'm not sure. So you guys can certainly comment on that one and let me know what you think. How many dragon do you think both dragons still alive, or are they just down to Drogon, just down to one? And how many men do you think that our heroes have right now? So they did win the war, and that was great. And we'll see. She says that they're going to rip out Cersei, root and stem, because obviously they hate her now. I mean, she didn't even show up. Like, there was the battle for the living, basically, and she just sat on the sidelines. She didn't even lend a hand. Well, I guess if you count Jaime, maybe she lent one hand, right? But that was kind of his own accord anyway, right? So for him to go there. So crazy stuff, man. Episode 4, I don't expect, it's an extended episode, but I don't expect for us to see any battle in that episode, and I think that's probably a good thing. It'd be totally unnecessary to see another battle right after. So there'll probably be an episode, episode 4 will probably be a kind of relaxing episode of rebuilding and setting up, adjusting and setting up that, okay, Cersei's still out there, and this is going to be the last war, they're calling it, according to Daenerys. So that's still got to come, and that will probably be, I think, episode 5, maybe episode 6, will be kind of like the aftermath of that and the final episode of the series, and sort of, maybe that episode, like the final battle, I think will take place over episodes 5 and like maybe the first part of 6 or something, and then wrapping episode 6 up, the final episode of Game of Thrones, the series, will probably be everybody just getting together and maybe spending some time and seeing how things are going to go. Maybe you put a bit of a time skip in there, and we get to see kind of peacetime. And that's if Daenerys and the others win. They still have to get through Cersei, and I don't think anybody expected to see Cersei still alive after the Night King was dead. I kind of thought that's how it would go, just in terms of geographical location, from where they were, where the Night King was, and where Cersei is. But we'll see how the whole thing kind of ends up. I'm assuming Yara will come in here at some point to help out, to lend aid. And where are they going to get the rest of their men from? I just don't know. I mean, dragons are awesome. They do have Drogon, so there's that. But what else? How many else do they have? I mean, I tend to think at this point they're going to beat Cersei in the end. I think they will. I just am unclear on how they're going to do it. So leave your comments below. Let me know how you guys think this is going to go. How do you think they're going to take down Cersei? Do they have the manpower? Do they have enough numbers after that incredible battle in episode 3? It's going to be tricky, right? Because now it's like, well, the Night King was obviously more formidable than Cersei, probably. But now that you've beaten him, your forces are so dwindled down, now you're going to have to fight Cersei too, and she's just kind of been waiting there, just waiting to see who was going to win and have to take on the winner, right? So that, luckily, was the living, but how are they going to beat her? Leave your comments below. Let me know what you guys think, and I'll see you back soon tomorrow for Q&A on that incredible episode 3 and getting things ready for the final battle, the wrapping up of Game of Thrones with the last 3 episodes of this insane series. That's it for this video, guys. If you liked it, thumb it up below, share, favorite, and subscribe if you're new. And I'll see you guys back again soon. As always, it's Trev, and I'm saying peace. Later, guys. See you soon.